I want something powerful for the city.
I want something that is easy to maintain and something that is light on the pocket.
There are a lot of beginners out there who are starting out on their motorcycle journey. They want something that is easy to ride and something that would not embarrass them in front of their friends. And what's the safest bet that offers all this? It's the TVS Apache RTR 160. The TVS Draken concept has given rise to a line of Apaches. TVS Racing has been at the heart of the products that have come out, and TVS constantly reminds you of it. It feels good to own something that is part of a racing heritage. The tank looks stunning. The headlights are lit. The switchgear feels premium. The instrument console is one of the best console in this segment and offers top speed meter, lap timer, 0 to 60 meter, but I wish it had Bluetooth connectivity. The design has been around for quite a while now, and I wonder if TVS is planning for a major facelift. For the design, I give it a 6 out of 10. From the side view, the foot pegs are set slightly forward to enable a comfortable posture, while the handlebars are lower to enable good front-end feedback. Comfort is given slightly higher priority here. The tank enables you to grip well. The seat is soft. The ridges on the side, however, make it slightly uncomfortable while on long rides. It's the right setting for the city, and for the ergo, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. TVS offers one of the most refined engines in India. The RTR 160 is no exception. The gearbox is very forgiving and is super helpful for those who are learning how to ride. Clutchless upshifts and downshifts are amazing, and I was super surprised to see how good it was. If you are interested to know how to do clutchless shifts, leave a comment down below. I'll make a video on it. The glide through traffic feature helps you in maintaining revs in traffic and avoids stalling at times. The oil-cooled 160cc engine does 0 to 60 in 5.15 seconds and 0 to 100 in 15.82 seconds. During acceleration, the bike churns out a peak power of 9.81 brake horses, which is more than adequate for those getting to know how to handle a bike. The bike struggles a bit to rev up from 60 kph to 100 kph, as evident from the acceleration times as well. For the acceleration, I give it a 5 out of 10. Learning to brake is very important as it is a safety concern. The bike is equipped with a single channel ABS, which takes care of the front and lets you have fun getting the tail out using the rear brakes. The brakes are more than capable of pulling decent decelerations, and it can decelerate from 80 kph to 0 in 2.84 seconds. This means that the bike stops within a distance of about 32 meters at a deceleration of 0.87 Gs. This was a little more than what I could achieve on the Duke 250. But the Duke was tested on a cold day. If you are interested to watch that video, I'll leave a link here. Check it out. For the brakes, I give a 6 out of 10. All TVS bikes feel light and nimble. An effortless bike helps a beginner to move it around. The bike offers good maneuverability, especially at lower speeds, and around 50 kph, it is even better than my Duke 250. However, the feedback from the bike at higher speeds could have been better. This could have been improved by increasing the steering effort, especially at higher lean angles. In straight lines, the bike responds to slightest of inputs and requires modulation. A simple trick to overcome this is by rolling on the throttle. It's a good 6 out of 10 for handling. The highway rides are comfortable on this bike. and it does not give you a cramped feeling, even if you are a tall rider. The bike offers good isolation on bumps and potholes, and this comes without compromising on the handling. The rough road isolation is also good, so it's a good 7.5 out of 10 for comfort. The quality of components looks and feels better than what you paid for. The switchgear and the instrument console feels premium. The plastics at a few places could have been better. Overall, the quality of the bike is good, and it's 6.5 out of 10. Although the quality is premium, the price to maintain the bike is not all that high. The bike costs 1.1 lakhs ex-showroom. It offers a mileage of 48 km per litre in the city and around 55 kmpl on the highway. The ownership cost is one of the lowest in the segments, with most of your services costing less than 1k if there are no part replacements. If you are a student and need to convince your parents to buy you a bike, this is as cost effective as it gets. So it's a 7.5 out of 10 for ownership cost. The bike offers a 0 to 60 time of 5.15 seconds, a braking performance that comes close to its elder siblings and rivals, a comfortable bike on road, and offers good handling. All of this at a low ownership cost. Considering all this, it's an awesome 8.5 out of 10 for the price to performance. The bike offers usable form of power, good highway cruising speeds, it is convenient for city rides, and can take your family around. The RTR 160 is one of those bikes which can seamlessly transform from a family bike to a fun-to-ride bike. Onboard navigation has picked up in recent days, and I would definitely prefer to see Bluetooth connectivity, and the bike can also do with an efficiency meter so that you know what mileage you're getting. For this, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Before we estimate the total score and summarize the pros and cons of the RTR 160, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and get notified for the new videos. The TVS Apache RTR 160 has a fun-to-ride score of 30.5 and an easy-to-maintain score of 37.5. The overall attribute score is 68. Now let's summarize with the 5 things that are good and bad about this bike. Starting off with the 5 things that are good. The gearbox is sublime, and this is one of the best gearboxes that I've seen. The bike is comfortable to ride within the city and is easy to handle over rough roads. The bike is practical and is good for both family use and taking your girlfriend around. The maneuverability of the bike is amazing, especially at city speeds of 30 to 60 kph. And lastly, this is one of the best beginner motorcycles. It offers decent power and it won't come back to bite you even if you drop the bike a couple of times. Now let's talk about the 5 things that needs to be improved on the RTR 160. The design is good, but it is difficult to compete with KTM's and Yamahas, which offer a far more aggressive design these days. The gearbox feels like it could have used a 6th gear, especially for comfortable cruising on the highways. I'd prefer to have a bit more feedback, especially at higher lean angles. The rear wheel of the bike follows the contours on the road, and this moves the bike around over patchy roads. This becomes a problem on highways where patchwork has been done. Lastly, the fact that you'll get better. This bike will ensure that you get better at riding, and this means that soon you'll need a bigger bike. You'll need a bike that you can throw into corners more aggressively. So you'll definitely want to upgrade your bike after 2 to 3 years of riding. If you have a younger sibling, I think I know what's running in your mind right now. This motorcycle is just the beginning. If you're wondering which bike would suit you after this, check out my video on the Duke 250. It could give you an answer as to what you will need in the future. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and Godspeed.